Do you know where you are?
What?
Do you know where you are?
No.
Good.
So, where am I?
You don't need to know. You don't need to know where you are, how we found you, or why you're here. I do need to know who you are, what you were doing, and when it was.
Don't you mean why?
No? I mean when. We already know why. Do you know why?
No, Wait. Why I'm here or why I didn't?
Both.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Perhaps I can jog your memory, tell you where we found you. Then I suggest you film the rest, or else
What?
we'll dispose of you.
Dispose?
Yes, get rid of you. Either you can tell us what you're about to know and make it out alive, or the other option. I'm sure we understand each other.
Yeah.
Very well then, let's begin. You were found in an alleyway, not far from one of my agents tracing routes. You were unconscious and looked bruised. We found you because an agent saw a man running out of the alley. And the reason why you're here is because you had something that belongs to us. The question is, how did you obtain such an item?
Obtain what?
I think you know.
No, I don't. I don't remember.
Do you remember anything about the organization you work for? They carry out crimes against companies like us. Don't you remember that?
No, Wait a minute. I don't work for anyone.
You sure?
Yes, I do remember that. You can't accuse me of anything. You don't have any proof.
Perhaps you're right, but you're the captive and I'm the interrogator. Let's move on. Do you remember anything about what happened before you were knocked out in the alleyway we found you?
I remember two men fighting. I couldn't tell exactly what was going on. They were up against the wall. I felt like I've seen them somewhere before. It seemed like they were fighting over something.
What were they fighting over?
The object.
You mean the object?
Yes, the object. Though I don't remember what it was. Perhaps you could remind me.
Not yet. You've yet to answer my questions.
Which ones?
The questions, who you are, what you were doing, and when it was.
But I don't even remember!
Then it looks like you'll have to be disposed of.
What does that even mean? You're just throwing empty threats at me!
Empty threats? You think these are empty threats? If you don't cooperate with my questions, I'll personally take you down to the disposal sector and see it done myself. Now, will you participate or not?
Alright. I don't know if I believe you, but just for your own sake, I'll play along.
This is serious.
Fine. Let's just keep going.
All right, what else do you remember?
I remember something from my past. I was looking into the mirror, except I looked quite different. You look strangely familiar.
That can't be possible. We just met.
No, I'm pretty sure I've met you before. I knew you quite well, too.
Now you're confused.
No, you're confused. Because I know something you don't. And you don't know what that one thing is. There's someone out there controlling us.
What? How can that be possible?
Are you sure you know what this object is?
Well, of course. It's a mind-swapping device.
Oh no. It's much more than that. It changes things. It changes people. Makes them different from themselves in varying ways.
Well, I can see it's had an effect on you. Your memories are obviously distorted.
No, my memories are intact. Yours, however, may be out of sync. I can see that you disposing of me was in fact truth. But I don't think you even know what that means.
Yes. No, wait a minute. I'm the interrogator. You still haven't answered my questions. Who, what, when?
You want to know who I am? Well, I'm a lot like you. A whole other being. Out in that realm, I am someone different. But in here, my name is Thespis.
Thespis. Interesting name. What does it mean?
If only you knew.
Yes. That's what I want to know. But I have to move on to the next question. What?
What I was doing? I was investigating a character. I was approaching a wall, a brick wall. There seems to be a bunch of them everywhere. Anyway, I was about to masterfully overcome this guy when all of a sudden,
What?
my old self was gone, replaced by an essence of this character I was after. Beyond that, I just remember waking up with an agent taking me to this dreadful place. I'm not used to these harsh lights.
Well, that's too bad. It's part of the scene of your interrogation.
Ironically, yes.
And when? When did all this happen?
Just a few seconds ago.
You were in here just a few seconds ago.
Not in my mind.
You're definitely not making any sense now.
It's all a matter of perspective. In this case, mine.
Perspective.
Our flashbacks determine the outcomes of our conversation. Gives it a backstory to build on. Without them, we had nothing to discuss.
Quite true. Well, you've answered my questions. And I already told you how we found you, but I won't tell you where you are. But perhaps you would like to know why you are here. Or maybe you already do know.
I think so. I'm here because you know that I know something. You know there's something wrong with the scenario, but you don't know what. Or rather, you don't know who.
Who?
The one controlling us. He's the one that created the object. And he's using it to control our...
Fates? Actions? Minds?
Yes, precisely. And all through his eyes.